be.
Ready as we're going to be.
Look at this face. Hello, Sting fans. Welcome again. We're here live, of course, at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. A score of 3-0 for
Not
the
for
Owen
us.
Sound attack. Yeah. And Jay Peckham is here. And, Jay, I got to tell you, just so happened that we switched things up this game. You didn't get a chance after the first period to talk. Some penalty calls going on.
Maybe that's the problem. Because the direct feed from this into the dressing room didn't happen at an appropriate time.
You didn't get to throw in your assistant coaching tactics. You know, and here's the thing, though. I will say, I mean, obviously the fans are upset about a couple of calls, some major ones and some other ones.
Well, some non-calls, really, more than anything else.
That too. But did that really have anything to do with the first two goals that they took against us? And it doesn't really have anything to do with the fact of the last goal that they got. I mean, Owen Sound is playing some great hockey, and it seems that we're having trouble getting control of the puck. Is that fair?
Well, except for the great part. Like, I wouldn't necessarily call it great hockey.
Well,
I think it's aggressive hockey.
Yes.
And typically, for some reason, Sarnia, the Sting seem to just have this discombobulation when they play against teams that bring a more physical style of game. And it drives me nuts. We know that that's an issue. Why is it, I don't get it. This patch right here means that I'm a season ticket holder and that it gives me the authority to have to take the good with the bad. Right now,
sure.
I'm taking the bad.
Okay.
And hoping that there's some good in there somewhere. It makes me nuts. There's a couple of dynamics of it. Certainly, we're not on our game. We've seen Fazio play better in net. I don't know what's going on with that. Whether this sort of juggling the goalies over the last little bit has, I don't know, maybe he's not as sharp as he normally is. Who knows? But there are clearly some of those goals. He's stolen goals like that for us before, right, where he's managed to stop it against all odds. Second thing, we're not being first to the puck. We're doing the dump and stand again. That makes me bonkers. Right. Clearly we're not there. And instead of taking an appropriate aggressive response to an aggressive team, I keep saying the only way you beat an aggressive team is with smart hockey.
Right.
We're not playing smart hockey.
Are we playing to the whistle, as you like to call it?
Well, no, I don't. I think they're giving up a little early. I don't know. I mean, maybe they've taken a couple of too many shots at the board, and they don't want to. And they, so they're cheaping out before they get there. And it's a lot of this little chippy little 4-foot passes, little swipes with the, with your stick to try and knock the puck out, but then it goes nowhere. And if we're not aggressive on it, we're not getting to the puck first.
Right.
Pardon me.
You think we're a little tired from Friday against the Sioux?
You know what? I don't know. It could be all sorts of things. And then when you add to that the fact that, let me be fair here.
Here it comes.
I understand that refereeing is a thankless and terrible job.
And you're about to make it more of that. Go ahead.
Kelton Hatcher just came back off a 5-game suspension for a hit that was inappropriately and uncalled in the game. And it didn't result in injury. It was just not a nice hit.
Right.
The hit we saw on Kairu today, his nose is bleeding off of his face.
Yeah.
And the referee saw that, and there was still no call. Still no nothing. I hope to God that there is going to be some kind of suspension, because that's not the kind of hockey we want to see played.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? You can't just target the number one guy, our number one guy, and just wipe him out. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't like it. It's against all the any sportsmanship I have.
Fair enough.
And I think the fact that they didn't make a call in that, it was clearly a shoulder, up into his face. you know what? It's ridiculous that they didn't make a call.
Well,
and you see what happens. I mean, the crowd goes nuts, right? I mean, and now, the referees are starting to really lose control of this game, and partly is that because of their inaction, and partly it's because of the action that they do take. Really makes no difference in the grand scheme of things. I have always suggested, you know what, referees have one job. Let's make sure that the game is reasonably fair and that nobody gets hurt.
Right.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
And
like you said, though,
it seems to be against
not
us
an
right
easy
now.
task, I would say. I mean,
100%.
we only have
I
so
would
many
never
outlaws.
want to be a referee.
No, I
never in
get
a
that.
million years.
However, coming from a fan perspective,
fan in the stand. Again, this patch
You've
gives
heard
me the right to be, and I for the most part, it's a thankless job. So for all the guys who do it, thank you, because we need to have them. But
do you need a hug? And you just said doo-doo, by the way.
I did. I said doo. I said doo-doo live.
Well,
it's a good thing this is not primetime television, I guess.
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
I don't know. I don't know if they're holding us back or not. Well, it's always good to have the fan perspective, though. And I know I've been watching, the different.
The bottom line is
the game is the game right now, and obviously
you're right.
this thing's got to come out. They've got to change some things.
And the bottom line is we're not doing our job.
Are we going to play hockey in the third period, or are we just going to go? You know what? How much does this even matter? Let's try to get. I don't know.
And I really hope that, as from a fan perspective, that's not why we're giving it up here. Because Owen Sound.
I'm sure it's
again.
not.
Any team on any given day in the O, these teams are all good, every last one of them.
Yeah.
So you got to come to play, and I hope that what they're doing is we're comfortable, we clinched a spot, and we're just gonna go and
well, it's gotta
because
be
we're
in
gonna
there.
we're gonna get our brains bashed in if we don't.
Right, so it's got to be in there.
Well,
all right, let's
anyway.
get our director to take us to the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll show you some of what's going on there. Maybe that'll make Jay Peckham happy here when we talk about
Not
this.
likely, but we'll see what happens.
Kitchener Rangers and Guelph Storm are tied at 2 apiece right now.
Interesting
game.
Yeah, for sure.
There you go.
Kitchener's a good team. They've really come on strong in the last part of this
Mississauga
season,
5-2 over Erie Otters. Strong
wow,
lead there.
that's yep.
Niagara Ice Dogs and Peterborough Peach 3-1. Another interesting.
That's a good matchup. Not a big surprise, but a good matchup.
North Bay Battalion, Kingston has 3-2 over North Bay right now.
Yep, that makes sense.
They started their third period. 5-4.
Wow.
For where did we go? Sorry, I lost it.
Go.
London over Ottawa, and that's been London's actually had quite of a strong lead.
Yep.
Up until this point. So we'll see how that is.
But don't count Ottawa out. They've got a good team.
Owen Sound. We don't need to talk about that again right now.
No.
Sault Ste. Marie against Windsor Spitfires 5-2. Windsor was leading that in the beginning, but obviously not holding that long.
Not surprising, but I know Windsor has the ability to turn things around very quickly. So who knows what's going to happen there?
All right. Well, do you need a hug, or are you going to be okay? Or
no, I want the hug.
I want the
hug.
I was given Jake Chersky from Philly Cheese Jakes is over there. He's one of the gatekeepers, I call him, and I had to give him a hug.
Well,
too.
you got to give shout out for Jake. Jake.
Jake's awesome.
He's been one of those guys that's been around for the long time. The head of the Pollen Nation.
Yeah.
He was a super fan before I even thought of, having that level of fandom, and he was the guy. He was that guy, and so my props out to Jake Chersky for sure. And Philly Cheese Jakes.
Philly Cheese Jakes. He makes great sandwiches.
100%. I've had him a couple myself.
He organizes all I call them the gatekeepers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here and puts that together. And of course, he's part of the Imperial football team, right?
Sarnia Imperials, absolutely.
So he does a lot in our sport community.
He does. 100%. Great guy.
And he's got a lot to. I might have to bring him on one time.
That would he'd love that.
I'd be afraid.
He'd almost talk more than me.
I would almost be afraid if I stepped out and just let you two do the fan perspective one time.
Oh my goodness!
Because
can you imagine?
Well, you guys might be fighting for time on sports.
They're not ready for prime-time players. Absolutely.
It is a good crowd here today, though. Nice to see on Sunday afternoon. Just a point of notes. Oh, there's smile over here. Peter Frangus has taken our picture. He's another loyal fan.
Absolutely.
Here. So coming up next will be next Saturday. We'll be back here.
Yep.
Right? That'll be the next home game here.
Is that our final game
for
this season?
Yes,
for our final home game for the season? Yeah.
So we'll be doing that. Notably, after tonight's game, though, I will be at the Sarnia Legionnaires. We'll be taking on their third game in the playoffs. They've already lost the first two. So it was interesting last week. I went to go to see the first game. There was no power.
Oh.
That was when all the power went out downtown Sarnia, and the fans were not happy about it. But they blew out our power. Kudos and shout out to them. 30 minutes they had all that power back on.
Yeah, it didn't stop our show at the Imperial Theatre from being canceled, unfortunately.
No, I hear that. And that's that was Footloose. It's being put on by
St. Pat's,
right?
yep.
And that's been rescheduled. I saw that as well.
Yep.
I'm hoping to come out, and there's still another one for that?
No, they're doing closing night last night, so it was a good show. I mean, wonderful. I mean, the talent in Sarnia is crazy. Not just sports talent, but other talent as well. Yeah, absolutely.
And fan perspective talent.
100%. I like that you call it talent.
I'm gonna let you go get a beer.
I'm the talent.
Because I think you need something.
I need something.
All right.
Hoping we can turn it around, though.
And it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Next, and what kind of game's going to change there. Let's take a moment, too. Let's say thanks to the Sarnia Sting Hockey Club
100%.
who've actually allowed us to be here at all the home games and give us the opportunity to talk the way we do, allow you to talk the way you do, because I don't talk
You know
much
what?
when you're here.
No, there's a reason why I've been a season ticket holder for 15 years. You know what I mean? This is amazing hockey. It's a great club. I love I love the new coaches. I love the vision of the team, and even if it all doesn't happen for us this season, I can't wait for next season. That's the thing. It's been a great season,
really
and no matter what happens from here, I will be back in the seats next year and loving every minute of Sting hockey for sure.
Well, it's fantastic that you say the team, and another word in there is the vision, right?
Yeah.
Because it's been a long-term vision.
Yep.
Of the Sarnia Sting team and the coaching team and the staff here have all worked hard together to give it the depth that we keep bringing up.
For sure. And I mean, last season, we had a reasonable season. First year that we had Darian on the bench and David Legwand, and this year, it's gotten better. You can't not look at this and think next year is going to be. How are they going to top this year? You know what I mean? I think next year is going to be better. So
it'll be interesting.
We'll see how it goes. I'm excited.
Alrighty. So once again, we're here 3-0 in favor of Owen Sound against our Sarnia Sting here. And we want to say thanks to all of you for watching us here today. We will be live again post-game in the Players' Lounge. Never know who they're going to give us down there, coach or player. Always interesting, depending on the final score as to what that conversation is.
Well, when we come back and win this 4-3, it'll be a good thing.
Well, we've seen that happen before,
and
they have it in them, right? So never leave the seats early, those corporate seats.
No.
Right? Okay. And we won't be broadcasting, but we'll be tweeting and posting Facebook updates of the Sarnia Legionnaires as they take on the St. Thomas Stars. So looking forward to that, and looking forward to more being a part of Sarnia Legionnaires hockey in the playoffs as well. We'll have to see if we can get Jay Peckham out to join us for that as well. And then, of course, next Saturday, we've seen it up on the board right now, March 10th, we'll be back here as the Sarnia Sting take on the Guelph Storm. That'll be another interesting game as well. All right, time. Say it for me. Time to wrap things up.
I'm Dave Burrows, and my friend Jay Peckham.
Go Sting, go!